What's going on, guys? Austin here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at 5-Minute Fantasies, Week 11, Booming and Busting Tight Ends. My start of the week I'm going to say is going to be Hunter Henry. I know that so far he's been producing up and up. I believe he had a relatively slow game last week, but don't worry about that. Kansas City is not a team that really knows how to cover tight ends, which is kind of surprising because they have one of the best tight ends in the league on their team. However, I think he's going to be a big part of the game plan going up against, Kansas City this week. So, look for Hunter Henry to get several key catches. I'm going to say start Jack Doyle going against Jacksonville. Jack Doyle he's more of the receiving tight end. They've been playing Eric Ebron in more of a blocking role so far this year, which is funny because they were both drafted to do the opposite. But Jacksonville, they're about league average at covering tight ends. And, Jack Doyle, he's the veteran. He's the guy who, especially if Brian Hoyer plays, he's going to be, a lot more reliant on him. So watch that. I'm going to say start TJ Hockenson up against Dallas. TJ, is, an amazing athlete. He's probably the best rookie tight end almost ever in the NFL. He's having a pretty good rookie season. He's got to be a top 10 offensive rookie of the year, and honestly, he's probably a top 15 tight end in the league even at this point in his career. So watch for him to have a big game against Dallas, who's so far this year they've been giving up quite a few points to the tight end position, especially last week. They gave up the 2 touchdowns and the 2-point conversion to Kyle Rudolph. You're gonna want to watch Gerald Everett. I believe he's going to have a big game against Chicago. Chicago's not fantastic at covering tight ends. A lot like Dallas. Only Chicago's defense should be more talented. But look for Gerald Everett to get a lot of those passes that come from the pass rush, where Jared Goff has to get it out quickly. He's going to get the ball into Gerald Everett's hands. You're going to want to sit Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is going up against the Chiefs, Travis Kelce is going up against the Chargers, who have been pretty good at covering tight ends so far this year. Travis Kelce is still the number 1 target for the team, so that's going to be the group that Kansas City wants to target in terms of what to take away first. They're going to take out the tight ends. Same thing with Zach Ertz. We all know what Zach Ertz and Carson Wentz did last year, which I think is a big part in why Carson Wentz is being able to throw to the wide receivers more often now this year, even though they're dropping it now. Zach Ertz is going up against New England, who's a top 5 team in covering tight ends. You're not really going to want to touch that. New England really knows what they're doing defensively. You're going to want to sit Greg Olsen going up against Atlanta. Atlanta has those pretty athletic middle linebackers who are fast, can cover guys. Greg Olsen might have a few key catches to move the chains, but nothing really in terms of big plays. And the same thing with O.J. Howard. I just don't think O.J. Howard's going to be really able to be a big part of the game plan because New Orleans has some of those same really athletic linebackers. And I think this is going to be kind of like a middle of the pack, not necessarily a shootout game. But I think it'll maybe be around like a 26-24 victory for the New Orleans Saints. So, be careful about starting O.J. Howard because, aside from last week, he's not really going to be a big part of this team's offense.